Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Shura Council approves a report of Joint Committee for the State and Shura Councils on a number of economic draft laws. And the Eastern Mediterranean Regional Forum for Road Safety Legislators discusses in Muscat policies and regulations of safety on regional roads. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President André Rajoelina of Madagascar on his country's independence anniversary. The Shura Council approved the report of a joint committee between the State Council and Shura Council on controversial articles on a number of draft laws such as foreign capital investment, partnership between public and private sectors, allocation and bankruptcy draft law. The Council also approved the report of Health and Environmental Committee on Omanization at Health Sector and report of studying reality and challenges of sports sector in the Sultanate, besides a report on studying the Oman Culture Channel and its role in highlighting cultural aspects of the Sultanate, in addition to the study of vocational and ethical conditions that regulate news media in the Sultanate. The session was chaired by His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al-Ma'wali, Chairman of the Shura Council. Omanis are considered the masters of the sea, who circumnavigated the sea from east to west, carrying messages of Islam and peace, reached Canton Harbour in China and the ports of the east and the west, provided the sailing fields with accomplishments and discoveries as much as the sea provided them with its bounties. The Ministry of Transport and Communication celebrates the Seafarers' Day with the world to commemorate the history of sea and seafarers. The number indicates that there are more than 1.5 million sailors around the world, transporting around 90% of human needs while encountering some potential risks in their missions. During the celebration, the Ministry inaugurated a new update of the website that provides maritime affairs services. It also honored a number of distinguished sailors and old captains, honor of best graduation projects in the International Maritime College of Oman, and winners in 2019 Oman Seafarers Competition in photography, and all female employees in the maritime sector. 25th of June each year comes to appreciate seafarers and highlight the dangers they face. The works of Sheikh Mohammed bin Shamis al-Rawahi and Sheikh Saif bin Abdulaziz al-Rawahi, who contributed in enriching the scientific and literature movement locally and regionally, were highlighted as a seminar hosted by the Wilaya of Wadi al-Ma'awil. The seminar accompanied by an exhibition showcasing a number of ancient documents and manuscripts. It was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Muhammad al-Salmi, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs. Reviewing regional status of safety on roads and focusing on issues and topics related to driving and its regulations topped the discussion of the first meeting of the Eastern Mediterranean and Regional Forum for Road Safety Legislators. The forum, organized by the World Health Organization with cooperation of the Ministry of Health, witnessed the participation of 80 specialists from 15 countries. The meeting aimed to transform the regional and international commitments in the field of public health and national frameworks for regulations and policies, in addition to supporting the efforts being faced by the problem of road accident deaths. The opening of the session was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Saif Al-Husni, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Health for Health Affairs. Still to come in our news bulletin. The wilaya of Dalkut is distinguished by its natural beauty, especially during the rainfall season.
تسجيلك حق وصوتك أمانة. انتخابات أعضاء مجلس الشورى للفترة التاسعة، مع تحيات وزارة الداخلية.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Fighting continues between Houthi militias and government forces. Villages and residential neighborhoods in the city of Taiz in southwestern Yemen have been badly damaged in fighting between Houthi rebels and the forces allied with the Yemeni government. Around 16 rebels have been killed during the exchanges in the area. At least 5 resistance fighters have also been killed and 20 others have been wounded. The popular resistance, which loyal to the Yemeni government, said recent military operations were carried out to try to relieve pressure on internal fronts of the city of Taiz. Taiz is located near the port city of Mocha. The conflict in Yemen began with the 2014 takeover of the capital Sana'a by the Houthis, who drove out international recognized government. Civilians have borne the brunt of the conflict, which has created what the United Nations say it's the world's worst humanitarian crisis. The UN Special Envoy to Libya has met with the Speaker of the Libyan House of Representatives as part of his tour of eastern Libya city. Ghazan Salami said they discussed ways to return the country to a state of stability and tranquility. A convoy carrying the UN Special Envoy to Libya arrived at the House of Representatives headquarters in Tobruk. Salami said Aquila Say Isa is the Speaker of the Libyan House of Representatives. They discussed the latest developments in the Libyan crisis and the newest political and military development in the country. Salami has held several meetings with the consultations with military and civilian officials, most notably the Commander-in-Chief of the self-styled Libyan National Army, Field Marshal Khalifa Haftar. The aim of relaunching the political process and stopping the armed escalation around the capital Tripoli. With temperatures topping 30 degrees Celsius, keeping cool it's tough at the best times, and if you happen to be covered from head to foot in orange fur, sometimes there's nothing for it but to reach before the horse. The Vienna Zoo made sure its 3 orangutans and plenty of opportunities to make a splash today, and they took full advantage. Keeper Freddie Meyer said the trio like to keep cool in different ways. Mal Vladimir likes to shower himself down with a hose or bucket, while Souls flees plastic cups of water for refreshing drink. Perhaps most sensible of all is the 55-year-old female mortar, who prefers to shelter from the hot sun under a wet blanket. The hot weather is likely to remain for several days as a heat wave sweeps Europe, with temperatures set to rise to more than 40 degrees Celsius in Vienna. Back to some more local news. The Municipal Council in the Governorate of Dhahira discussed a number of topics related to development of transport services provided by Muwasalat Company in various roads of the Governorate, as well as maintenance of passengers' bus stops. The council also discussed the phenomena of loose animals on the roads and neighborhoods and the risks and dangers they cause for traffic movement. It also reviewed some replies from bodies concerned regarding housing and industrial schemes, roads planning and many other development projects. The meeting was headed by His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Hamir al-Sheikhi, Governor of Dhahira. In the Governorate of Worcester, the Municipal Council meeting focused on environmental dangers caused by throwing construction wastes in the Governorate. The meeting reviewed mechanisms of getting rid of such waste, and committee was formed by bodies concerned with the aim to spread awareness on such matters as well as to take proper legal actions in case of violations. It further shed light on Hamer Duqm dual carriage road and water desalination plants in the Governorate. The meeting was headed by His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Mohammed Al Yaqoubi, Governor of Worcester. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth opened the fish market in the Wilaya of Wadi Bani Khalid in the Governorate of North Sharqiya after completing the development works. The opening of this fish market came within the plans of the ministry to develop the infrastructure and marketing aspects of this sector and to increase its economic values. The new developed market is designed while taking into consideration the quality, health and safety standards. It is also expected to provide job opportunities for Omani youth. The Wilaya of Dalkut in the Governorate of Dhofar is distinguished by its natural beauty and beautiful sceneries, as well as coastal areas overlooking the Arabian Sea, especially during the rainfall season. Most of the mountainous areas in the Wilaya are covered with fog during the rainfall season, and greenery covers the hills and mountains. It is also a well-known touristic destination for visitors and tourists from inside and outside the Sultanate, especially during Kharif season. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the coast of the Arabian Sea and Sea of Oman. Winds will be southeasterly to moderate. Seas will be moderate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Shura Council approves report of Joint Committee for the State and Shura Councils on a number of economic draft laws. And the Eastern Mediterranean Regional Forum for Road Safety Legislators discusses in Muscat policies and regulations of safety on regional roads. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night.